Hey you all, Carpetbagger here, coming to you live from the South. More specifically, Walt Disney World. Me and my family decided to take a holiday trip here at Disney World. This is my first time back to Disney World since the pandemic began. I'm pretty excited to see it again. It's been about a year. Went here last year for my birthday and doing a family trip this year. I'm so excited to spend some quality time here with my family at Disney World. And we are staying right here at Disney's Contemporary Resort. Love the logo right there to the building with the monorail coming out. Even the trash cans are magical. Now, I've wanted for a long time to stay at one of the original Disney resorts, that being the Contemporary or the Polynesian. We actually were going to stay at the Polynesian during this trip, but it is closed for refurbishments. So, the Contemporary it is, and I'm super excited to stay here. It's a classic hotel. It's right on the monorail loop. So here's the main Contemporary tower right here. We're actually staying in this secondary wing back here. Alright, so this is our room. There's the magic band to open the door. Got our king bed right there. There's a pull-out couch for my daughter. Got the marble nightstand and a view of the swimming pool. I'm not sure if the swimming pool's open actually. Don't know what their rules are as far as swimming goes during the pandemic. Got some pretty cool decor there. A writing table. Hello. And what are these? It's a safe. It's the closet here. Oh, there you go. A little more light. Very classy picture there. And then this is the bathroom. Get the two sinks. Tub there with the marble. And the little toilet room. The main tower here, see these impressive murals. To check in here to get on the monorail, you gotta get your temperatures checked before you hop aboard. And here's one of the most infamous Easter eggs here at the Contemporary. In this mural here, notice that goat up there at the top, 5 legs. A little Easter egg hidden by the artist. Oh no, the monorail's here. I was distracted by the 5-legged goat and the monorail pulled up. Looks like we get our own monorail car.
Well, no smoking, please. Our next stop will be the Transportation and Ticket Center, which includes magic.
The only real way to start out our Disney trip is here at the Magic Kingdom. Coming in here to Main Street, USA, and yes, they do have their Christmas decorations up for the year. I mean, this massive Christmas tree right here. One of my favorite parts of any Disney trip is the first time you see that castle as you walk down Main Street. Now let's take a second to check out that castle that has received a paint job. I remember previously it didn't have all that pink on it, and they've added gold trimming as well. So a new look for the classic castle. Hop aboard Peter Pan's flight. You see the darling children. Here are these darling parrots. Hold on, hold on. See Tinkerbell flying around the room. Oh, see Tinkerbell flying around the room here. Oh, made a pirate sign on the curtain there. All right, getting ready to board one of these flying pirate ships. All right, gonna hop aboard this ship right here. All right, we're taking off.
Come on, everybody.
We're top the bedroom. A little village here. And then we fly over London. Got little cars down there. Look at Big Ben. Oh, there's the Lost Boys. And the Mermaid Lagoon. That one mermaid looks suspiciously like Ariel from The Little Mermaid. Okay, making Wendy walk the plank. These no good pirates here. You can see Peter and Captain Hook engaged in mortal combat up there. Oh, and the kicking crocodile just waiting for Hook to fall in the water. All right, the pirates have been beaten. Peter Pan has regained control of the ship. We have Smee trying to escape as Captain Hook is devoured by a crocodile. You can see here, Small World has their facade covered up. Almost looks like a fumigation tent. I think they're redoing the facade. I don't know what changes they're gonna make. Out in California, the facade is a big cool clock like they have inside there, but it's gonna be interesting to see what they come up with. Now, Small World is actually, the song It's a Small World is actually the most played song in the entire world. And the reason for that is because all the Disney parks and all the different time zones across the world, there's always at least one Small World ride running and playing It's a Small World. So you can always rest assured that somewhere in the world they're playing It's a Small World. And until this year came about, until 2020 came about, and the pandemic caused the parks to close, silencing It's a Small World. And for the first time in decades, there was periods, long periods, where It's a Small World was not being played anywhere on Earth. Oh, little soldiers coming out the side. Front seat. Alright.
Welcome to It's a Small World. For your safety, please remain seated throughout your voyage. Permanezca sentado y mantenga las manos, brazos, pies quietos dentro del barco.
I know people make fun of this ride, but I still think it is one of the all-time classic dark rides of all time. Get the skating there. One thing I love in a dark ride this detailed and enormous, there's always something new you can see. You should always keep your eye out for new things that you may not have noticed before. You got the French can-can dancers. You got Big Ben up there going completely insane. And down here, a giant chess game is happening. Over here in Ireland, you see there's a little leprechaun popping out of its pot of gold. Some Dutch children wiggling their clogs. The mighty Don Quixote fighting a windmill. In the channels of Venice, Italy. See a gondola. There's a yodeler on top of that mountain, along with some decorative clocks ringing their bells. As we enter the Middle Eastern area, you can see the flying carpets circling above our head. See some dancing puppets there in the background. Magic carpets over the Taj Mahal. And then a sun with a face covering. This bowing child right here. Look at that crazy pink camel there under the sun. I love this hippo right here. Entrance to this gateway here. We got these giraffes, these orange giraffes, and overhead a pink elephant. This marketplace here. Got all those pineapples on her head. And then I don't know what's going on with this chicken right here. The woman here dancing with all the fruit balanced on her head. Another big sun, a band with a cactus playing a guitar. Some sort of pink cat right there holding an umbrella. See the hula dancers there doing the hula. Some duck-billed platypuses getting ready to chuck their eggs at us, I think. Some Polynesian dancers dancing in these fire pits. More hula dancing going on over here. I love these drummers here with the tiki masks on. The guy up there surfing on a big wave. These fish jump out of the water. This guy here is like conducting these birds to dance. Now we head into this last room where everything is white, but we have children from all the different countries and ethnicities. I always wondered, is this supposed to be heaven? It's almost like a giant amusement park. Got a merry-go-round, got a carousel, got a big roller coaster right there. And this castle here almost looks like a version of Cinderella Castle here in Magic Kingdom. There's the heavenly hula dancers. Very common in this last room for the boats to get backed up, and you get to spend a little extra time in here. Oh, look at this. Reindeers. We got Santa Claus coming down through the streets. Look it up there, there's the country bears hanging out from the balcony, waving at Santa Claus. Oh, got his scarf on his nose there. We got Donald, Daisy, Peter Pan and Wendy. And then Pinocchio with his dad, Geppetto, followed up with Mickey and Minnie there. There's actually a little train going around in circles. Now because of the current situation, of course they are requiring mask wearing in the park, and also they are having some of the queues extend outside and kind of wrapping around the park. There's the Jungle Cruise line right there. You see the dancing skipper. The social distancing markers, the lines kind of wrap around the park now. Not necessarily longer, just more spaced out. This Jungle Cruise queue actually winds through the rarely seen queue for Swiss Family Robinson Treehouse. Wow, this is probably the first time that this queue has been used in a long time. It's the Swiss Family Robinson Treehouse right there. Now I know some people do like the Swiss Family Robinson Treehouse attraction, and it has its charm, but always kind of seems like a queue line to a ride that doesn't exist, making this section essentially a queue line for a queue line. Of course, this time of year, the Jungle Cruise is transformed into the Christmas-themed Jingle Cruise, as you can see by these festive flayed human skulls. Here we have a life preserver repurposed as a Christmas wreath. You can see they have an aluminum tree in there, complete with color wheel. There we go. Looks like we're riding on Reindeer Ruby here. One burlap snowman right there.
Bye, Santa knows what you did. For your safety, do remain. Are you taking my picture? I'll come into the light.
Oh, you're good.
Do remain seated at all times with your hands, arms, feet, legs, children, everything inside the boat. Face coverings on at all times, up above the nose, down under the chin. If I see it anywhere else, I have to stop the boat and yell at you, pretty awkward. And I'd rather tell jokes, okay? Aw, and someone else is getting an old tree for Christmas. All wrapped up with the boa on top. How cute is that? The gorillas showed up, and well, to be honest, their turnover rate's amazing. Keep up the great work. We're in the Nile River now. The Nile is the longest river in the world. It goes on for Niles and Niles. If you don't believe me, you're in
disbelief.
Thank you to the one person participating. He is the second most feared animal in the jungle. The first most feared is his mother-in-law. Oh, it's not very nice. What we've got here is an endangered species of hyena. These are called elf hyenas. They are Santa's little yelpers. They wiggle their ears. Stay seated, buddy, so they don't get spit. Now stop the boat. Sit down. I need you to sit. Hi, to the kid right here. There we go. All right.
No.
So I hope you enjoyed the party. We got some dancers dancing. We got 3 drummers. Wait, no. What, Carol? Put your hands together for the backside of water. He is the man himself, Trader Santa. He's our head salesman, running an amazing holiday deal. 3 of his heads for just 1 of yours. Any takers? No, it's a killer deal. Anyway, you slice it or dice it, you're coming out ahead.
Now that night has fallen, castle has been illuminated in Christmas designs. It's pretty cool. Should get a side view of that illuminated castle from here. Given current events, it seems appropriate to stop by the Hall of Presidents and wish a certain someone farewell. Enter the lobby. Here in the center they have the seal of the United States. Actually have some items in here from presidents. Franklin Roosevelt's portable telegraph, Thomas Jefferson's pocket watch, and Richard Nixon's violin. There's Teddy Roosevelt's saddle that he would ride on. And there's Bill Clinton's sneakers that he would use to run to McDonald's. This case here kind of explains the show. You can see some of the attire worn by the presidents in the animatronic show. Here's the busts that were originally sculpted to make the animatronic presidents. Now, of course, Donald Trump will remain a part of the show into eternity, but once a new president comes in, he gets the main speaking spot in the show to cap off the show. So presumably soon they'll be making a Joe Biden animatronic that will take the place of the Trump animatronic. The Trump animatronic will be moved into the back with the rest of the former presidents. It's not too many people in here, so we'll go down and get a good seat up front.
77 years ago, our fathers brought forth on this continent a new nation, conceived in liberty and dedicated to the proposition that all men are created equal.
It is no longer just an idea. It is an idea with a proud history. Ronald Reagan, George Bush, Bill Clinton, George W. Bush, Barack Obama.
No event could have filled me with greater anxieties than that notification on the 14th day of April, 1789, that you had selected me to lead our nation.
At our founding, it was the American people who rose up to defend our freedoms and win our independence. It is why our founders began our great Constitution with 3 very simple words: we the people.
Now, I did want to point out one inaccuracy in that show. Now, when Abraham Lincoln speaks, he speaks in a very grand tone, a very deep voice. But in reality, while we don't have any recordings of Abraham Lincoln actually speaking, by all accounts, he had a weird, high-pitched voice. All documentation says that he had a strange, high-pitched voice and sounded like a tea kettle. So please, Disney, fix Lincoln's voice. I do have to say, I think Disney has some of the best hand sanitizer. It does not smell too strong. It's not too thin, it's not too thick. It's perfect. To enter down here to get to Haunted Mansion, as you can see, the rivers of America are completely drained. There's doing some construction down here. The cemetery is closed off, probably because there's a lot of hands-on stuff in there that they don't want people touching. Oh, see your eyes open. Oh, they closed. Actually just walk through the stretch room as part of the queue. There's no stretching, just walk through and into the Doom Buggy loading area.
There be music from regions beyond. Till death do us part. Here comes the bride.
See all the different ghosts here. The cemetery. Ghosts on a seesaw. Characters there drinking tea. The Egyptian mummy. Viking lady. The hitchhiking ghost there. Let's see, what are they doing? What's he doing? He's got his hat. There's bugs in his hat.
Be sure to bring your death certificate.
Yeah, you can see some maintenance workers down there looking at the track of the Liberty riverboat. Don't know what they're doing, don't know what the plans are, but I guess we'll find out. Yeah, it's weird to see a vehicle driving around in the dry river here in Frontierland. I think our final ride of the night will be a bittersweet one here on Splash Mountain.
Yeah, we all crammed into the one thing for Haunted Mansion,
I would say Splash Mountain, probably my second favorite ride here at Walt Disney World. So right behind Haunted Mansion, I put Splash Mountain as my second favorite ride. But they announced recently that Splash Mountain is going away. And the reason for this is because of the association Splash Mountain has with a very, very controversial movie called Song of the South. And Song of the South does, it is a problematic movie. I don't want to go too deep into why it's problematic, but it has definitely some problematic issues with the movie. And Disney's never really known what to do with it. They've never given it a real, honest release in modern times. And, but for some reason, when Splash Mountain was built, and I believe Splash Mountain built in the 1980s, for whatever reason, even though they didn't know what to do with this movie, they pulled some of these characters, Brer Rabbit, Brer Fox, Brer Bear, out of the Song of the South movie and inserted them into Splash Mountain and made the theming about Brer Rabbit, Brer Bear, Brer Fox, which is actually based on African American folklore. And that kind of goes back to some of the problematic issues. It is genuine African American folklore, but how it was presented was problematic in the movie Song of the South. Especially maybe the portrayal that slavery was portrayed maybe white, you know, like portrayed not as bad as it truly was. Maybe a kind of whitewashed, no pun intended, the idea of slavery. So, and because of that, it's kind of finally caught up to Splash Mountain, the use of the same characters, and they decided that these problematic issues were enough to warrant retheming the ride, getting rid of the Uncle Remus theme. It's unfortunate in a way because, as I said before, these are genuine African American folklore, and this is the only ride that actually has African American folklore in it. But the ride will be gone, and I'm sad. I don't want to definitely understand. I don't want people getting their feelings hurt when they're on vacation with their families. I feel like the ride itself didn't include any of the negative things that made the movie problematic, but I will definitely miss Splash Mountain in its current form. So I'm here to say goodbye to Splash Mountain. I don't know when it'll be officially leaving, but I don't know if I will be here again before it is.
And use a hand sanitizer dispenser provided. Thank you.
Now, on the plus side, they have announced that Princess and the Frog will be the new theme of Splash Mountain. I don't know if they're going to keep that name, but they're going to remove Brer Rabbit and his friends and incorporate Princess and the Frog and the characters from that movie. I do think that's a perfect, if they were going to make a replacement, I do think that is the perfect replacement. I wish we could just have both. I wish we could have Splash Mountain and we could have Princess and the Frog, but that is not the reality of the situation. And pretty soon we will be saying goodbye to Splash Mountain and hello to Princess and the Frog. And I will be excited to ride the new version, but I will always, always have a soft spot in my heart for Splash Mountain.
Can we get around the log?
Alright, gonna be on our socially distanced log coming up. Our log awaits. Oh wait, the log left. The briar patch there. Brer Rabbit was notoriously thrown in. Hopefully we don't get splashed by an oncoming vehicle. There's the moonshine still, the only one at Disney World. Pretty good, sure as you're born. Pretty good, sure as you're born. You're born. Coming up on our first drop here, we have the residents of Brer Bear. Not too soggy.
Okay, I didn't get any water.
There's a big beehive right there. Animatronics there. Pretty good, sure as you're born.
Well, weather is good, fishing is fine. Oh, what do we do with
The villainous Brer Fox and Brer Bear, and our hero, Brer Rabbit. A badger. Oh. Let's see, has outsmarted them. Brer Bear is wound up in a snare trap. Oh, there he goes. You see the little possums hanging there above us? Little baby possums. Brer Rabbit up there. Oh, we're going to another. Whoa! Jeez! Sorry. Oh. The beehives. Oh, he's torturing Brer Rabbit with bees. With bees! Look at the gophers. Oh, that gopher's sticking out from the ceiling. Here, Brer Fox has got Brer Bear trapped in honey.
He sure ain't laughing no more. If you finally found
very ominous scene here as these vultures talk about how we're gonna die. Brer Rabbit begging not to be thrown in the briar patch. Of course, that means we're going straight down in the briar patch. Oh my God!
Oh, ewy.
Did you get wet?
A little.
Little wet?
Yeah.
The camera got a little wet. But now, you can call.
This is the cute part.
This is the cute part. Here we go, the grand finale. Welcome home, Brer Rabbit. We got the singing alligators. We got this amazing riverboat right here. You see Brer Fox and Brer Bear stuck in the briar patch. The plan worked. The alligator is killing him. And there we are, heading to our doom. Down here in the gift shop, you guys should notice there is an almost complete lack of anything Splash Mountain related in the gift shop. I guess people are buying it up, knowing that it's not going to be around much longer. You can see all the Disney characters waving goodbye to the guests for the evening here underneath the train station. So we're going to walk back to the Contemporary. It's actually close enough to Magic Kingdom where you can actually just walk, which is pretty insane. I'm really excited to be staying this close to the actual park. I do want to say, I do think Disney has done an amazing job operating during the pandemic. They have it down to a science. I felt safe every moment. Feel like everything was completely taken care of. So good on Disney. If you'd like to see other places I've been, please check the interactive map in the description of this video. If you would like to help support the channel, please consider donating to Patreon. Consider buying an enamel pin, now selling 2 different styles in the Etsy shop. But until next time, this one's in the bag.